Hello again, everybody! Mr. McSquare here, and this is the Realm of the Hidden Crater. I've been at this now for a couple months, and I figure it's time to organize my goals. First off, you can see that I use pumpkins quite a bit, and my pumpkin supply is running out. I love using the jack-o'-lanterns for lighting sources. But to keep that going, I'm gonna have to make a pumpkin farm. Which really isn't that hard to do. So I've cleared out a space in the wall over here. And you can see the big square in the ground. This is 9 by 9, which is essentially the area that'll get saturated by one water source. Pretty standard for a lot of farms that grow things. And we'll just mark out the center here. Like so. And then in the center block, we're going to put a water source, and we're going to go for a checkerboard pattern today. And that's all because of the way that melons and pumpkins grow. I don't really need melons for anything, so this is going to be strictly a pumpkin farm. So there's a slab underneath there with a water source on top. And we got to light this sucker up because we're not outside. We're an enclosed little area, and the plants don't mind as long as they have enough light. These are glowstone blocks courtesy of the Nether. We'll dress it up a bit with glass because we always like to see what our builds are up to. You could completely enclose it if you wanted to, but I like to see the build. Okay, now I can admit I made a little bit of a mistake here. Getting a little overzealous with making my checker pattern of crops, because on top of the crops I've got to have a matching checker pattern of observers and pistons. Yeah. So there's an observer over top of every growing plant, and every time the plant grows, it will go, hey, something happens. And when it says, hey, something happens, it'll send a pulse out. So these observers are right above where each of the plants are growing, and every piston is above every block of mud. And we're using mud on purpose because when you put a hopper underneath of dirt, it's not going to collect. But mud is just a fraction below being a full block, which means a hopper can pull items right through the mud block. And the items in question today are going to be pumpkins. So you can see we got a checker pattern above, and that completely matches where the growing blocks are. Now in hindsight, I really should have made the observers and pistons first, and then came underneath and did the growing blocks. Oh well, we'll get through this. Just make sure you don't paint yourself in a corner, leave yourself a way to walk out. Otherwise you're gonna have to knock more things down to work your way out. And underneath that glowstone in the center, just remind you that there's a water source block there, so when it's all touching, it'll water saturate all the blocks. Okay, so when the observer fires, it needs just a little bit of redstone to connect that signal to the pistons, like so. And we put blocks on the backs of all the observers. Trust me, that's just how she works. And then of course, it's working right now, but we don't have a way to collect it. So we'll make a collection system from underneath. Of course, dig out a nice workable area. And then it's going to be a big plumbing network of hoppers leading off to a chest. Well, you can hear in the background pistons firing. It's just plants growing and everything registering as it's supposed to. Okay. And then we'll have a path down, but we'll make it decorative. Notice the smooth stone slab there? That's where the water source in the center is. And that perimeter of smooth stone lets me know where all the edges are. More than just decoration, I knew that I had to work from underneath, so it gives me a guideline of how far I gotta go. Okay. So there is the hopper line, the outline of it, and it all leads to that double chest. And we're just gonna plumb it all together. Now, because it is the checkerboard pattern, you're going to have to put hoppers on every bloody square. It's a lot of iron, but we've already made an iron farm in the past, so iron's not a big deal. Again, don't back yourself into a corner. Make sure you got your way out. So you can see as I'm building, it's walking backwards towards the exit. Nice! Got our way out. I'll probably put some light down there just because. But for now, we'll just leave it as some smooth stone. Okay, that's lots of space. You can see all the hoppers are all lined up with their little knobs pointing in the right direction. And you just do that by holding down the shift button while you place the hoppers to orient which way it's going to feed. Okay. Okay, it's all firing, it's all working, just the plants haven't grown up yet. Now everything's in place, so it's time to decorate. Just a simple little pumpkin farm. Also works with melons. But again, other than trading with villagers, I've got no need for melons, and I have so many other projects to do. I'm not going to worry about trading melons with villagers right now. Okay. So you can see we added some more glowstone around and left some glass because I like to look at my build. A couple stalks there are ready to pop out some pumpkins. Everything else is growing. And then of course the outside window. We'll encase it with the same pattern that we used on the opposite side with the bee farms. Because it's the same base, so we're going to use the same concept and pattern. Okay. And of course, just like the bee farm, we're going to use bamboo for the doors. Seems to match well. And then when you're in the crater, if you look east or west, well, the buildings look similar, so it's all belonging with each other. Okay, things are still firing, things are growing, all the plumbing is correct, and look at that, pumpkins are starting to come in. And that will just run continuously whenever I'm doing work here, which is all the time. Okay. Didn't bother doing a big another, oh look, someone killed the dragon yet again. But just showing you, I've got my elytra and the dragon egg. The dragon has been beaten. And if I want to fly around, I'm going to need gunpowder. So for gunpowder, I'm going to need a ghast farm. And there's a lot of things I need. So this is my to-do list. Got ghast farm. Oh, I got to get my netherite gear. And nether ice road. That'll be in the nether for speed of movement. I don't have the template yet. And you need the template to get the gear. And I showed in a previous episode that we went into one of the Piggy Bastion fortresses, and it didn't have the template. So I'm gonna have to find one of those. Inspired by Mumbo Jumbo and Tango Tech from the Hermits, I want to build some airships. And if you're going to build airships, you might as well have an airship factory. Okay, sheep farm for all the different colors of wool. of course, a cow farm for leather. And that'll also include mushrooms and the different varieties of cows. But okay, enchanter hall with all the different the main enchantments. Like you need protection 4, but you don't need protection 1, 2, and 3. Villager market, all the different tradesmen. So many things to do. I had an idea for a piglin fleet where there'll be piglin pirates with a portal from the ocean into the nether with a bit of an assembled fleet on both ends, and their boats will be made out of the funky fungus blocks. Auto chicken cooker, that'll be an easy one. Still, it's on the to-do list. If you have any recommendations, I am totally open to challenges and ideas. Go ahead and throw me a comment, and I'll probably include it in the project. Okay, and I'm also thinking of a big waterfall entrance into the big cavern that's adjacent to the crater here, and that'll be where the airship factory exits. And the waterfall can flow into a water mill, which can process crops, and of course crop farms, and that'll all be in the cavern adjacent. But lighten up those crops, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, Guardian Farm, because we love working with Prismarine. But you're going to need a farm if you seriously want to build anything of size with Prismarine. Gold Farm? Yeah. Some other ideas. More ideas. Going to need some more fences. Or rather, signs. Birch. There you are. Oh, yeah. So many things to do. Okay, what else can we do? We can. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a zombie villager curing type facility, so that we get everything discounted. And we're going to need the zombie curing facility before we do the enchanter hall, because we don't want full priced enchanting, we want discounted. We already got the villager breeder built. Next will be the zombie facility. And that'll probably be, the zombie facility will probably go close to where the villager breeder is. Okay. We'll build our own trade fleet, which will not be in the immediate proximity of the piglin pirates. Oh yes, dragon cobblestone generator. Had an idea with a big copper dragon breathing lava meeting a big ice dragon breathing water. Where the lava and water meet, well, that'll be a cobblestone generator. Dripstone farm, super easy to make. What else do I need? What else? So many different things we could do. And I like making this list so that I remember things. Yeah, raid farm. A little battleground to do raids in. Yeah. Okay. I've already found an outpost, so we'll also make like an ominous bottle farm there. Or maybe we won't make the farm. Maybe I'll just fight them regularly. Big project. Let's make a cloud city. Yeah. Won't be immediately above the cavern, above the crater, because the shadow effect. And we're gonna have to do something with the ancient city. Cloud City, airships leaving this base, going to the Cloud City. Maybe the Cloud City be in a different area. We'll see. But I always wanted to make a like big cloud castle, Jack and the Beanstalk type idea. Okay. More to do. Put those away for now. Same with that guy. Gonna need beacons. I've already got the iron pyramids set up for them to be activated. Need a temple. Got lots of rotten flesh stored up for the priests, the clergy, clerics. Okay. As I get more ideas, I can always add to this list, and as projects get completed, I will happily take things down. This circuit keeps you on track and gives you a sense of accomplishment when you knock something out. In LA village, yeah. You get a whole bunch of Elytrum will make it like an LA village is where you just pop over to get them instead of going all the way to the end. Like a bunch of little fairies hanging out. Yeah. Okay, a horse farm. The objective of the horse farm is to make absolute maximum speed, maximum jumping ability horses. IBX Toy Cat does a good tutorial on that stuff. Okay, so getting to work. This is the nether. This is 0 at lava height, which is 32. You can see I got my pyramid all the way down there, skirting up. We'll have to put some beacons in. And then for a gas farm, we got to find a soul sand valley. So here I am at the limit of how far I've gone for exploration. Made safe little tunnels to keep you safe from naughty skeleton archers and ghast fireballs. And this is the way I explore. I extend my bridges, take a look around. And right now, we're just looking for a soul sand valley. Not sure what direction to go, so there's no wrong direction to go. Just go, see what you find. Nothing so far, and then we keep going. And then, in the process of searching for a soul sand valley, came across a big old bastion. And on that to-do list, well, there's soul sand up above too, but I don't know if I'm going to build a ghast farm right next to a bastion. But with these big bastions, that's probably the best place to try and find that nether template. And that nether template, I really want that nether template. That's why I've got a to-do list. It keeps me on track. But having found this, it kind of changes my priority of what I'm doing. So Ghast Farm's going to wait for a little bit later. And we're going to go for a bit of a hunt in here, looking for a template. You can see that it's got a large area and like a tower off on the side. And from the direction I'm coming, it'll bring me to the tower side. There's a bit of a bridge in the middle. So we'll make it pretty. And we're probably, once it's cleared out, I'm probably going to half slab it and make it spawn proof. Turn it into some kind of big black stone fortress. That'll be cool. And maybe this is where that piglin fleet will be staged from. Yeah, we'll make it the Piglin Pirate Fortress. Haha. But it'll be zombified piglins because regular piglins, they don't like me. I don't wear gold anymore. I'm wearing I want to wear netherite, and right now I'm wearing diamond. Okay. So, time lapse here. Yeah, I know it's been over a week since I posted a video, but I've been busy. And I just haven't gotten to editing. So we built this tunnel, which is just like my other tunnels, but it's blackstone. And why is it blackstone? Because, well, it's a blackstone fortress. So when I'm running around the tunnels, it's a clear entryway over to that blackstone fortress there. Really, it's a bastion remnant, but it's going to be my blackstone fortress. And this is my blackstone entryway. And I just continued this same tunnel design right around the bottom perimeter. I just essentially dug a tunnel around. And I haven't gone to the interior yet. I've just made a safe path around and glassed it so that nothing shoots me as I'm running around. Now that that's done, it's all half slab there. And that's done, and I built a stairwell going up. And it's not yet complete because I'm just taking my time and making sure I don't get whacked by a whole bunch of piglins all of a sudden. Now, here we are at the roof, and as I mentioned, there's a little bit of a bridge that goes over to the main bastion structure from like a side tower. And it's got all kinds of lava below, like a moat. And now on the top of this sucker, they left a couple chests. We're right above the bridge that connects the tower section to the main section of the bastion. And of course there's soul sand everywhere, which is just spawning skeletons everywhere. And there's the smithing template. Smithing template. Yes. Okay, I don't use the snow trim, but it's there, and same with the banner. But we've got those now. But most importantly, we got a smithing template. Smithing template. Did I say something? Smithing template? Because we got a smithing template. Anyway, super awesome treasure. And we're going to have to get that home pretty quickly here. Ancient debris, don't mind if I do. Some more arrows, yes sir. And some bits and bobs that are all valuable as well. Okay. Loving the bundles for inventory management. Now, I'm slightly to one side, and then when I go to the other side, we're still at the top of the tower, but basically north or south of the little connecting bridge. Because there's another chest here with all kinds of... Look at this. Look at this. If you ever find one of these giant structures, it is a treasure trove. It's probably the main structure for the piglins, with the other ones being like the equivalent of an outpost, and this being like one of their main bases. And the treasure here is just great. Soul speed boots. Alrighty. Not sure what I'm gonna do with them because they're gold, but hey, we got soul speed boots now. I'll have to do some trading later on and get the soul speed enchant, put that on netherite stuff. But we got some gold soul speed boots just because we do. Okay, so back at home. Now that we found that, we'll add a black stone fortress to our to-do list. That would be a nice little project. And we got the template. And of course I forgot one little letter on the word netherite, and that's bugging me. Spell check. Netherite template. Got the template. Got to get a bunch more ancient debris to turn the netherite into gear. Okay. And of course, once you got the template with a whole bunch of diamonds and some netherrack, you can make more of the templates. You can copy them. Pretty expensive with the diamond count, but hey, what else are you going to use it for? I got all the diamond gear I need. Okay. Yeah. Let's make a creaking farm as well. See, just add it to the to-do list, take something off, add something on, and then I won't forget. I've only got 3 ingots right now, so I'm gonna do both my pickaxes and my sword. And then, because I'm doing a bunch of nether work, I'm sure I'm gonna find more debris. And then we'll get the rest of our gear done. Okay, yes. Idea. Totem shop. Okay, back in the nether. Gotta get to making that ghast farm. And that's gonna take a whole lot of digging. And hopefully we'll find ancient debris along the way. And we're gonna dress this up a bit too. So, because it's... Oh, you're not welcome. You could cause some trouble. Because it's the nether, we're going to use stone construction. And that'll really contrast well as to it's been modified and stand out from all the red background. I'll make some giant villager statues all around the entryway. And then there will be an ice highway eventually on the main floor going out to different areas of interest, like the Blackstone Fortress or the Ghast Farm that I want to build. And in the meantime, we'll dress this up with stone bricks. This is one of those projects that's going to take a long time, so it's just going to sit on the tube board, and we'll add a little bit here and a little bit there, and probably build some stairs in the corners that go up to the ceiling, because we do stuff at the top rather. So with all that digging and construction, we got enough netherite to finish off all of our equipment. Now I've got no spare netherite, but all of my weapons and tools are now netherite. And as time goes on, we can get some spare stuff. Have to trim that up later. Okay, so netherite, where are you? There you are. Okay, you are done! Oh, you know, that really feels good, taking something off the to-do list. And of course, an idea. Yeah, we're gonna have to put bubble vaders in the overworld here. Okay, so here I am. I found a soul sand valley at 500-200. So made a passageway from my main lines over to here. And you can see we're at height 119. 119 is pretty key for a height. And right at minus 500, minus 200, that's going to be the center of my farm, and going out 25 in each direction. This farm takes a whole lot of glass, and really that's about it. So a whole lot of glass from 119, because you see the bedrock above. That's 4 blocks above, and that's where bedrock starts. You won't find bedrock any lower than that height, which with plus 4, it's like 123. We're in the Soul Sand Valley, so skeletons and gas they spawn a lot here, and that's why you build ghast farms in Soul Sand Valleys. And then put torches everywhere so that the skeletons don't show up. Torches don't, like, the light level doesn't affect gas spawning, so you could spam torches everywhere. And I don't quite span it, but I space them 5 apart. That's a lot of torches. And that'll keep the skeletons away. And then you can see, okay, it's a 4 gap space, and at the 3 height, so I've only got a 2 space here of headroom, and I missed 1 torch here. Because I missed 1 torch, that skeleton can spawn there. It doesn't need a whole lot of light, or anyway. I'll put 1 torch there, and that'll fix that problem. The torches being 5 apart will stop them from spawning. The ghasts, their eyes are stuck in the glass, and they can't see me. So you can see they're not hostile to me at all. I'm walking literally right through them. And that's a ghast farm. And that'll give me all the gunpowder and ghast tears I need. Ha! So much done today.